I'm here with Toufic Melhem. He's an artist. He's working with NGOs to help and doing workshops to help young people get out of traumas and difficult phases of their life. He will be telling about his trajectory, his art, and all his activities at the moment. Toufic, how are you?
Hi, Elio. I'm good. And
Good?
you? Yes.
Tell me a little bit of what are you doing and what's happening today in the art scene and in general, the perspective of art in Lebanon and what we've been discussing about what is the relevance of art to people, to the artist, and to the children.
All right. During the sequences that we have been living in Lebanon, so it took a lot of time to come back to the art scene. So now we are facing the evolution phase of the contemporary modern art into the old style, or what known well in Lebanon, it's related to the old school.
Yeah,
So,
traditional
art. So the new generation is trying to find a new way to explore a new technique using new materials in installation art, in conceptual art, using the videography, the AI, and the NFTs. So you can see the combination of lots of materials, while the artist now is trying to find his own style using one or two, three materials. So the wider materials you have, the less strong art piece we can make. So this can cause a lot of problem for the artist. So that's why in Lebanon we are facing a big problem that we are trying to give the artist all the materials and not directing him to explore one or two. So in this case, we are not helping him. In fact, we are trying to create him a distorted path.
I understand what you're saying, and it is very interesting because this happens throughout history. You know, we can talk about in the beginning of the modern art with the Impressionist movement, they were refused. Nowadays in Lebanon, you have the collector, they're looking for something more blueprint, we say,
All right.
more traditional, that they can, they want it at their house, they rely on, they know it. At the same time, there is no art, no innovation if you don't transpass boundaries, right? If the young artist will continue, as you mentioned, the old school, that's so boring and there's nothing new, right? They need that. And it's interesting, our Lebanese culture ends up absorbing from all around the world. It moves with the world, with all what's happening outside. At the same time, you feel many of the collectors and the people, they don't have this courage to invest in this courageous new art. So in part, because it's not easy to absorb, to relate to. In another part, it is unsettling in the colors, in the shapes, in the relationship to that. And sometimes it happened all over history. We don't see it as art, as noble art, in the moment. After some while, people start recognizing. And artists go through that all the time.
And this is what really creates history of art. So this is the new skills that we are learning and we are discovering through the new materials that we have can create a new revolution, phase in art. So creating something new needs an idea. And the idea can start with the concept about how, and creating lots of question mark to discover what we really need to tell. Because for me, art is a story. It's not about just a drawing or a painting. So we really need to tell the story, the real meaning of the art. And the materials can help us to create our ideas, to make them to make it interesting or to bring it to life. This transcending materials that helps art to be able to be consumable or to be collectible by galleries or art collector. It's all about related to the market. So it's very important to the artist to understand that there is a market for himself. So
there is a market, and there's kind of boundaries that they need to navigate.
Exactly. So you know well, and you are facing as if
yeah, we are facing this.
So these materials need lots of demonstrations, a lot of communication, needs to be very related to the PR, public relation, and plus these materials need also to be exhibited.
Yeah.
So once you have a range of people that are able to see your work and they believe in you and your ideas, you have the bigger chance to be in the art scene.
I want to tackle something that goes parallel to what you're saying between innovation and tradition, and that is of authenticity and shallowness. Because sometimes you have people that are forcing themselves, this is my impression, and I apologize for anyone, I'm not mentioning anyone, but then you see that it's not about innovation, it's like it's still immature, it's not ready. And it is not easy to differentiate between the art that is courageous, that is avant-garde, and something that's not ready, and it's lacking, still lacking, despite the material and the intention. So there's this fight and relationship between traditional, interesting, and very very well established, and the avant-garde, and also on the other side, that things that are being pushed, but they're not ready. They're not up there to the level of collecting and to enjoy.
Yes, definitely.
What do you think about this
approach of the
relationship and fight between those two?
For me, through my small experience, I learned something very important, that it's not about how to create the relation between the two sides. What is important about this is to believe in your artworks. So once you believe in your artworks, you will be able to be in one of this.
I agree with you.
So what's important more, it's that you need to be able to find the right place. So it's not about you're not the problem, but you're the society that you are built in and you are living in. It's creating you a small circle.
Okay.
So they want you to be part of this circle. If you're not, your idea is not enough to prove that you are in this circle, so you'll not be able to enter the circle. So what I do believe, each artist should find the right place to be. So now I'm facing a lot of problems, and you know well about the sequences that we are living in. So I know that believing in my art, it's not about me. It's about where should I be.
Okay, I understand. This is from your perspective, and you're saying it as an artist. I want to ask you to explain to people how long you've been doing art, and your formation, you graduated from the National University of Art.
Lebanese
How do you call it?
University of Fine Arts.
Yeah, okay.
Faculty
Explain,
of
and how long you've been working as an artist?
Okay, since I'm a child,
Okay.
I have the passion in drawing on the walls, on the sofas, on the closets.
Your mother wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, not at all. So I was trying always to find a way to escape from the reality I'm living in. So it was my only way to find the real Toufic. So every time I find myself sad, I go to draw. Every time I find something that I'm missing, I go to sculpt. So I was born to be like that. I do believe now I was born to be like a real artist and to build my career in art. That's why I started to learn at the Lebanese University Fine Arts, and I was graduated with a master's degree last year. And it took me about 10 years trying to enter the art scene and going back, enter the art scene and
When
going back.
when did you finish your university, your graduation?
I started in 2013, so I dropped 5 years and I came back after 5 years to the university. So
You always knew you wanted to be an artist, and you always knew that you are an artist.
I have the feelings of being an artist because I was very interested in seeing things in color, interested in the materials because I love to use materials in my work. So it gives me the energy and the therapeutical, let's say it,
Side of it.
So I was very happy enjoying what I am doing. So that's why this challenge, I took it to be able to create myself. So I'm still on my path, and I'm trying to make my path in this way, because I do believe that this is my only way. I can be who I am.
It's very interesting because it's not just one aspect of you; it's all of you.
Yes, it's a package. So I'm born like that. And I think I have it from my mother because she liked to work in craft. She was painting on table display and working with the ceramics to create beautiful vases and etc. So I think I have this part from her. So I found that it's a very, very interesting way to be able to be creative. So it was kind of a way to escape from what I really needed in that moment, and no one can available to
provide
to fill
that.
to provide that. So I loved it. And
it's interesting. I have the same thing. My mother paints and she does all those handcraft things. I never thought to be an artist. When I did the design university, the teacher told me, you should invest in that, you're an artist. And then I went into this world. What I want to ask you is, you're still discovering your real vein, you know, your personality as what your line, or to say, putting yourself in the art. You're always putting, but to find your identity as this is who I am, right?
Right.
And you've been doing art since, let's say 20 years or more?
Yes.
Yes.
You can say.
And you went to study and to improve your art academically. I see you everywhere in most openings. You're investing in that. What I was asking before, I see sometimes people that are pushing something as if it's totally valid and amazing. it's not pushing boundaries. It's not that it's provoking new thought. At the same time, it's being pushed as something amazing. But in my humble opinion, I sometimes feel it's not ready. Do you see that sometimes, or you think even though it's my opinion, it's not ready, you think it's with time it may appear or have its own validity? Not as your art as an artist, but what you see.
What I really see, I'm not here to criticize art, because what I do really believe that art should not be criticized, because the discovery of artists, it's not about criticizing the techniques they are using. You know, the evolution of the artistic phases through the Renaissance, the modern art, the
realism, impressionism,
blah blah blah. There is always a new way to explore, and each artist that create a new style in that phase are abused because they think that he is doing something bullshit, or he's not doing something really valuable for the art scene. So, and this person can be the sunshine of that moment, because
can be
this is the only stimulative phase that he can be able to create something very extravaganza at the moment.
Okay. My small agency, smartonlinepresence.com, is sponsoring this podcast. If you need to improve your online presence, your online marketing, we can help you, and a lot. Get in touch on smartonlinepresence.com.
So criticizing the art, it's not good. I do not believe that we should rate the art and we should rate the artist, because this is not true. And this is not, doesn't make Elio the artist of the scene because someone believed in his artwork, or give the chance for someone who destroy Elio and do not believe in that his artwork is valuable. So what I do believe, the artist should believe himself and his idea and create, and every time that he feels that he has an idea, put it in
execution and put it out.
So this is the important thing. And one day somebody or a chance can be given to Elio, and he can be the revolutionary artist in the new modern, if you can say.
I think it comes time that people assimilate and get to understand his work.
So this is what we really need in the art scene here in Lebanon, because they are very, very, very selective to the old school, to the somehow artist political related. They have a very good relations to the political system. So this is give them the ability to control the market. So it's not about how you create connections, because it's about the surrounding. So what I really believe that we shouldn't criticize art. We shouldn't teach ways and push them to be ready to be able to enter the market. Yeah, the way kind of go offer this picture to the politician X, and this is to the star Y, and the other to the collector Z, and etc. So you are trying to find a new way to complete the marketing of your artwork. So and this way build a fake community of artists that are now well known, and they are able to control the market, and their artwork are at big prices, but it's worth it? I don't think so. Somehow it's a game. Either you enter it or you try to find your own path. So
yes, I understand. It's not only in Lebanon. I think in all over the world, you have this kind of movement of the art market, depending on the city, on the country, what is the structure of the market of that place and who's controlling the market, right?
Right.
And there is always this fight, we would agree, between the established artist and the avant-garde young generation who's trying to shake the market, and the established ones, they want to stay on top with their gallerists, with their people to protect them, as that's an investment of time and money in the career of the artist.
Yes, you're right.
I want to ask you, I saw some of your work about what happened recently. You're working on something new. I want to talk about what you exhibited a while ago and how some dramatic and drastic happenings and occasions that happened in Lebanon, how it shaped your trajectory and how much is influencing you now.
Okay, it's very personal experience telling about it, because I lived in a very small family that lived in a very hard phases, because my father was in the military and he spent his life doing something for the political. He was trying to make a change to the situation. At the end, he goes with a disability. So what you are trying always to offer for this country is not related to the sequences that you are looking for. It's about the way of the political system are controlling you and controlling each one of us. So I was trying to relate the war phase as a post-war generation, as you and me and your ancestors and your family.
All the families around us,
all the family around us, they are
victims of all this.
They are victims of that war, and you are living the post-victim, if you want, post-war generation. So
yes,
we are always trying to find a new way to escape it. So what I did before, because I lived the 4th of August situation, and I was not able to face the reality that I always believed that I do love my country, I want to invest in my country, I have potential, I love to be around my family. So what happens at that moment make me feel that I'm useless, I'm not able to do anything to make a real change, because it's like cancer.
It's very rooted in the structure,
in the country. So the political system is very corrupted. So
and it's very well established.
Well established, and still
the corruption.
So yes, so I wasn't able to explore or to express myself without doing my art. So I took years and a half. I postponed my thesis at the university for a year because I wasn't able to produce and to read and to create. So it took me time to heal myself, doing my art, my sculptures and my painting. That's why this dramatic phases, I was trying to talk about the post-war generation, telling the truth about that we are living in the cages. We are living in a very hard time that we are not able to change it, as if we are living in a very diplomatic country, let's say, as it's very open to all the countries around the MENA area and to the world. So at the same time, we cannot live the freedom that we want. So I was trying to create sculptures that look dramatic, and they are living as a prisoner. So it's not about how to make a change. It's about how I'm able to talk. So it was my way to express myself. And this helped me a lot to escape from this phase and to create a transcending approach in my new artwork, in my collective artwork, because I was trying always to find a way to escape from the reality we are living in.
I understand. It's interesting. And because of your experience, you're doing something very noble now. You're working with an NGO, and what are you doing?
I'm trying to help people to express themselves, to be who they want to be able to explore what they really feel. And I'm trying to create somehow a project that can help them to explore new materials that can put them back in what we really they need. Or let's say it, how to express yourself through your art. So this is my challenge to give them the chance to express themselves through art, because I did it to myself and it works very well.
Yeah. So you're doing workshops. Explain a little bit of the dynamic. So you have a support of an NGO.
Yes.
And what exactly happens? What do you do?
Really, I'm working with AlMazid NGO, and this NGO believes in my idea that through my experience and showing them my artworks and the way I escaped from the dramatic phases I was living in, and the stressful situation I was. So I wasn't able to escape my situation because I'm not a person that talk. I'm the person that give in you kind of quiet.
Okay.
So I keep everything in my heart, let's say.
I understand.
So when I give the first time my workshop, and it was a very, very good one, and everyone loved it, and they asked for me, and they asked for my project
for another
one.
Yes.
So I've been working on this project for 6 months right now.
Yes. So you do workshops of what, 1 day of workship? How?
No,
give us a view of it.
It's about 3-4 days.
Okay.
Working with a psychologic, with the
people
NGO.
have psychological issues.
Psychological issues, and they are facing lots of problems related to finding a way to talk. So I'm trying. As you know, some people like to express themselves through talking, some of them through gestures, many others through singing. So I found that somehow there is kind of people or part of them, they are not able to express themselves verbally. So
more into colors and shapes.
More into colors, sculpting.
And how has been the results so far?
The results are amazing. So in the first time, I was trying to collect the artwork of every people in my seminar. I was able to see that somehow our story not enough to tell when you see the other stories. So the struggles that others...
Explain it better.
Yes.
Let me understand it.
If I lived the situation of 4th of August, it's painful. It was painful for me. And somehow I lost my hearing for 6 months about...
Okay, so from the explosion.
Yes, I have a tinnitus. So I wasn't able to sleep well. And it was very stressful
Yeah.
phases,
Traumatic
phases. So it took me years and a half to escape from it.
Okay.
And still, I'm not totally healed complete, but I can control it right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to share this experience.
And you mentioned that your story fades out with when you start seeing other people's and the struggles that they go through. Is it?
Yes.
This is what
Yes.
you... Yes. And it gives you a lot of, how to say, not fulfillment, but you start seeing that you're doing something when you're helping other people that went through hard times with art therapy, right?
Yes.
With your therapeutic art.
Yes, exactly. So when I found that, I really heard a lot of stories about each person experience, about somehow they lost their babies, they have lost suddenly loved one in their life in a very complex way, and many other stories about one of them. She had a very sensitive cancer treatment, and they are facing for third time, fourth time, and she's still finding a new way to escape from the treatment and to find the right way to heal herself from something very viral, if you can say it. So that helps me also to understand more that not every sequence in our life is about keeping the dramatic phase and let's live it the whole life. No, we can make it change making.
Yes, to do the best to get out of whatever happened to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, and I see a lot of people doing a lot of effort out of the government, not related to any government, just from NGOs and private effort, and that's very noble because we're very diverse society, small, they're a diverse society,
Yeah.
and we're helping each other despite all the obstacles and all the difficulties. What are your plans? What you're preparing for, and what's happening in the close future?
My future plan, no one knows, because we never know what's gonna happen in my country. So
you'll be part of a collective exhibition now?
I am part of the collective exhibition now. Yes, it's was very private collectible exhibition. So I'm preparing for my next solo exhibition. It's gonna take me 6 more months to be able to complete it.
Yeah, we'll sit and talk with you when you're ready to show that work.
So now I'm trying to recover the situation, my economical situation also, because
from the blast and all that.
Yes, and the economical crisis in our
country.
Lebanon.
Yeah, and you'll continue with the workshops, right? You have something coming soon.
I'm traveling from 15 to 17
to the next workshop.
To the next workshop, and I'm back to create something very interesting, because I'm planning to rebuild my place in which you have visited. So
your location.
My location. So I'm trying to give rebirth for that location, because it was my first location I've established
place. Yes. Well, I hope everything goes well with you. A lot of energy for you, and wish you best of luck. And we'll be with you in other interviews talking about so many subjects.
Yes.
And I hope you enjoyed the meeting today.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Elio. And hopefully that everything you dream to be able to make it, try your best to give birth for it.
Right.
Because it's very important to believe in your ideas, no matter what everyone tells you, because it's not about the speech of everyone. It's about you.
Okay.
So I do believe that each one of us have something special. And we are not
Absolutely.
able to share everything we want. But what we are able to do is to really express ourselves.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Thank you very much.
thank you, Elio.
And see you in another interviews.